Yo, what is going on, everybody? I'm Canada's Own, and I didn't expect to be doing this today, but we're rebuilding the Orlando Magic again. Post-elimination rebuild, we did that one. Everything seemed to be quiet. Everybody knew they were targeting a guard who could shoot in the offseason, but I didn't expect it to be Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies. This trade went down, I believe, today, this morning, this afternoonish. I'll put the trade details up on the screen, but it is 4 unprotected firsts. This year's pick, I believe it's the 16th overall pick, as well as 2026, 28, and 2030, as well as a top 2 protected pick in 2029. I'll show you guys. I went through and I did the trade. The only thing I couldn't do was trade 2030 because we don't have access to it yet, but when we do, I'll just give them a 2030 for like a second round pick or something. But there's the trade details right there. It's Cole Anthony, KCP, 4 first round picks, a future first as well. For Desmond Bane, that 2029 pick is top 2 protected, mind you. Don't forget that one. But we go into the draft here for the Orlando Magic. I think, holy crap, they just traded the first overall pick. Cooper Flagg is a Phoenix Sun. I haven't seen that one go down yet. Colin Murray Boyles 3. Oh my God, the Hornets traded with Phoenix as well. VJ Edgecombe to Phoenix. Derek Queen to Utah. Con Knipple to Washington. Dylan Harper is still on the board. He goes to New Orleans. Another one, Maxwell Lewis for Ace Bailey and the 8th overall pick. What? There you go. There's our backup guard for the future. I know he's not much of a shooter at the moment, but he's still a young kid. It is very possible that we get him to that point. Joan Behringer, why not? Take a flyer on him. I haven't had him in a rebuild just yet. So the first overall pick, Devin Booker and Royce O'Neal to the Mavericks for the first overall pick. And then, wait a second. So is Cooper Flagg a Hornet? What? What in the world has just happened here? So going into the offseason, you're going to have Suggs and Black, pause, with Nolan Traore. He's definitely going to play. And then you're going to have Desmond Bane. So your guards are going to be Bane, Suggs, Black, and Traore. You're going to have Wagner and TDS, Paolo, and Joan Behringer, and then Wendell, Goga, and Mo. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys. It'll be a pretty thick rotation for the start of the year. It'll be pretty packed together. We do need to pick up a backup 2 and a 3, and then the roster is done. So let's find us a 3 that can play both. Or a 2 that can play both. So I'm thinking Karis LeVert, actually. Or Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I wouldn't be opposed to. Give him a little bit of money, see if he takes that deal, which he will. So that's going to be a big-time pickup for us. Player progression, though. I'm excited for the progression of these guys. 93 for Paolo, a 90 for Franz, 88 for Desmond Bane, 87 for Jalen Suggs, 83 for Anthony Black, an 80 for Wendell, a 78 for Tristan Da Silva. Anybody else? Gary Harris gets worse, but what else did you expect? Okay, so we've got nothing to do until contract extensions down here. I think, aside from, it's easy to look at it and see 5 first-round picks going out for a guy like Desmond Bane and being like, whoa, that's an overpay, especially because 4 of them are unprotected. But what I think people aren't realizing is your whole core, including Franz, Paolo, and now Desmond Bane, are all under contract for the next 4 years at the minimum. Paolo, once he signs his extension, is going to be here for 5 more years. So at minimum, you lose Desmond Bane in 2029, or at the end of the 2029 season. And at that point, you've got Paolo, who is now 26, Franz, who's now 28, and Desmond's only 31. And even Jalen Suggs, he's got 5 years left on his deal as well. So your big 4 is all secured until they're all in their primes, and you have them for their prime years. And I think that those picks are going to be, it's great that they're first-round picks, but at the end of the day, they're going to be in the 20s. At best, probably. Or maybe the late teens if they have a bad year, they're injury-riddled again. But, I mean, if you trade 4 or 5 first-round picks that are all between 18th and 23rd in the draft, what are the odds Memphis gets a stud out of that? They're going to use those picks, I think, to try and reload and throw themselves into the sweepstakes for somebody. I don't know who, but for somebody, I think, even Anthony Black right now, like if I could get this at 22, I kind of like that deal. Now Anthony Black is a part of the core for the next 6 seasons. Like, everybody who matters in Orlando is under contract for the duration of the Desmond Bane trade. And let's see how the month of October goes, these first 6 games of the year. And now, one thing that is killer about 2K is Orlando is a notoriously difficult team to rebuild. So that could be an issue for us in this video. And then we beat a team like Boston. Then we're going to lose to Houston here. Just wait. If it ever simulates, 2K is falling apart already. Oh, there we go. So we kick the crap out of good teams, and then we lose to a team like Charlotte. And then we double back and get beat by 30. And then we go on a 4-game bender. 5. We lose to Phoenix, who has nobody. So we're 7-10 here. We're going to simulate. I'm going to stop simulating because the game is crashing. Hopefully, this 8-11 start isn't a sign of things to come for the rebuild. We're going to get back to simulating, though, and I will see you guys at the trade deadline. Boys, we are at the trade deadline here. Winning record, which is better than I usually start with the Magic. However, I'm not satisfied, and I have been tinkering around with some salary matching here, and I've found that Trae Young is unattainable from the Orlando Magic. I mean, does a second-round pick get it done? It doesn't. Okay, kind of what I expected. I mean, let's be for real. Like, we weren't going to get this done. That won't get it through either. But what I am going to try, though, is this same package, because it's 10, 25, 36, 43-ish million dollars, call it $40 million. Let's look at point guards. How about DeJounte? Because I honestly, Lester Quinones, and then give me Keon Brooks, and I take out the first. Does this go through? Oh, okay. So because of that, like, I was able to keep Jalen Suggs there, and now, what the do I trade Jalen Suggs? Because, like, you've got DeJounte Murray coming off the bench now. Do we trade Jalen Suggs for a starting center? Because that's another $35 million we can work with here. Let's look at Jalen Suggs for a potential center. How much? $2 million more than allowed? Caleb Love. Oh my God, that's going to go through. I need a first-round pick, though. Maybe we don't try the Washington pick and we instead try a different first-rounder. Like a Knicks pick. Okay, let's get it done with the second. Let's counter that. Show me the offer. I can't really complain about this one. We're pulling the trigger. Now. Do I have a roster for you guys? I think we're good there. Let's look at the contract extensions. Do we have anyone eligible for an extension? Does not look like it, because DeJounte's got a 2+1. It's a team option. 3 years for sure for Clax. Desmond's got 4, a 2+2 there. 6 for Anthony Black, 5 for Franz Wagner. We're going to get another 5 on top of Paolo this offseason. Let's get simulating. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. Alrighty, gents. Coming down the stretch here. Na is finally healthy, which is good, because I was playing Keon Brooks in his place, which is not what I wanted to do, by the way. But now, we're coming down the final stretch here. 46-30. Clinched a winning record after the Wizards game here with our 42nd win. We've been on fire. Or after the Clippers game there, forgive me. We have been legit. We're a 50-win team. 51-win team. A 52-win team. MVP goes to Shea. Coop is your Rookie of the Year in Charlotte after having the rights of his pick traded from Dallas to Phoenix, being drafted by Phoenix, then being traded to Charlotte. He has a pretty underwhelming year, efficiency-wise. The free throw obviously makes it look promising, and you know, with Cooper Flag, you're going to be fine. We don't pick up any awards, it looks like. 63-19 go the Mavericks. Do we have any All-NBA performers? We do not. We were a pretty well-spread scoring team. I doubt we get anybody. We do get Nick Claxton on all defensive. He averages 7 and 8, 2.2 blocks a night. Love it. Perfect rim runner. I think exactly what we needed up the middle. An elite defender. Rookie teams. Do we get an appearance? We do not, but that's expected. We didn't draft in the lottery. We're the 3 seed out east with 51 wins. You love to see it. NBA standings. We're the 3 seed with 52 wins, forgive me. 3 games better than the Hawks. 4 better than the Pacers. Beat the Knicks by a few. Goodness me. Okay, the Bucks were bad. The Heat were bad. The Sixers were horrible. The Celtics barely. They missed the playoffs. Oh my God. Out west, you had what? You had 2 60-win teams, 57, 56, and then a pretty average conference from there on out. You actually had 3 teams under 500 make the postseason, where you had over here, you also had 3 teams. So each conference equally balanced, it appears, aside from being a little top-heavy, against the Knicks, who are a very good sim team. It's Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, Towns. It's the same starting 5 you've seen all throughout the real-life regular season. Game 1, though, in Orlando, we take it. We take both in Orlando. We fly to New York. We go up 3-0. And we dispose of the New York Knicks in 4 quick games. Who was leading the way there? Oh my God, 28-7 from Franz, 24 from Paolo, 16-8 from DeJounte, 15 a game from TDS, 13 from Anthony Black, 11. Desmond has a relatively average series, but elite efficiency. Clax, 10 points, 8 boards, 2 blocks, beautiful. Goga, 5 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks, love it. We get the Pistons, the 7-seeded Pistons, who just knocked off the 2-seeded Brooklyn Nets. Cade, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Toby, and Jalen Duren. This is a team who could put a stop to our playoff run. We take the first in Orlando. We split. We head to Detroit. We're up 2-1. We come back to Orlando up 3-1, and we get to the conference finals, only picking up 1 loss along the way. This will be the first series where we're not the home team to start. It's Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. So Darius Garland is gone. Where he is, no idea. Game 1, though, we win. We split in Cleveland. We head to Orlando. We're up 2-1 in Orlando, 3-1 in Orlando. We go back to the land. Oh, we lose. We go back to Orlando. Oh, my goodness gracious. Franz Wagner's your conference finals MVP. We just steamrolled the Eastern Conference. And we get Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and don't forget about, wow, Josh Giddey. Goodness gracious, I don't know how I blank so hard. Don't forget about Josh Giddey off the bench there as well. They definitely have a better 6-man than we do. Anthony Black is great, but he's not Josh Giddey. He's having a great playoff run so far. Clax has been great. We need him to step up big time against Yoke. Paolo's been great. Franz has been a stud. Desmond's been a stud. DeJounte's been a stud. Nah, how's he been? Elite. TDS, he's been pretty good. Oh my God. He's hit at least 3 threes in 4 attempts. What is happening? He's 6 of 8 from 3. Oh my God. Joan Behringer, now is the time where his minutes go away. And you go to a guy like Clax, and he's got to go up in minutes. You go 30 here, go 34 to these guys, and then I think you throw the extra minute towards Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You go to a 9-man rotation for the NBA Finals here. We've got DeJounte, who's the overall better point guard. I would say Jamal Murray in real life is probably better, but I'm taking Desmond Bane over Christian Brown. I'm taking Franz over MPJ. I'm taking Paolo over Aaron Gordon, and I'm taking Yoke over Clax. So we win in 3 out of 5, and according to 2K, we win in 4 out of 5. So let's see how this first game in Denver goes, because they were a 60-win team. We lose. By how much? Oh, by 14. Yoke has an average game. 22, 9, and 9 for Nikola Jokic is, you could argue, a pretty tough night, especially when he's averaging 30, 13, and 11 in the playoffs. My goodness. But what was the problem? Who was the problem? 4 of 10 from Franz. 3 of 11 from Desmond Bane. You have one of those guys have a good night, we win the game by 10 points. Game 2 in Denver, we tie it up. And just like I said, look at that. Nikola Jokic, 26, 14, and 15, but 9 of 21. He gets slowed down completely. From Nick Claxton, 8 and 8 with 4 assists and a block. But look at this. You have a good game from both of them. We win by a mile. We win by 12 in overtime. We put up 19 in the overtime quarter. Game 3, we fly to Orlando. We drop the first in Orlando. Man, we lose by 11 points. But a bad game from Paolo. Like, you got to be taking more than 10 shots. You're the number 1 guy on the team. And a good game from MPJ. A bad game from Nikola Jokic. That has to be a game we win. Game 4 in Orlando. We're tied up 2-2. We head back to Denver in a fresh series. 29 off the bench in just 17 minutes from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. My goodness. Paolo again. Very good game there. But again, Franz, only 12 shots. These guys need to be taking 15 at the minimum. Same thing with Desmond. There's no reason we don't have Paolo and Franz taking 18 to 22 shots a night. Shoot the damn ball. Let's see. Game 5 in Denver. We go up 3-2. This is the first time a team has won 2 games in a row in this series. Josh Giddey off the bench for them has a great game. Jokic, another bad game. Nick Claxton, 14 and 7. No blocks, but he is locking the hell in on that Jokic assignment. 13, 8, and 7 from DeJounte on 50%. 15, 4, and 4 from Desmond. I can live with that with 3 threes. 16, 9, and 4. There we go. That's better. Just shoot the ball for me. There we go. We go to game 6 now. In Orlando, mind you. In Orlando. We're getting steamrolled in the first quarter. We make it reasonable. We let it get away from us in the second. Need a big third quarter or else we're going to 7. It looks like we're going to be flying back to Denver here unless we have a magical fourth quarter, which we did not. We get spanked by almost 30 points. 28-point victory. It's just a bad game from Desmond Bane. It's a bad game from Nah. It's a bad game from Anthony Black and TDS and Nick Claxton. Game 7 in Denver. We come out hot. We give it right back, though. In the second quarter, we take a bit of a lead into the third of the second half here. We're down 3. We're down 3 still. It's tied. We take the lead. We are up 8 points. Oh, my goodness. We're up 9. Heading into the fourth quarter, we are up 10. See how this goes here. We maintain a 10-plus point lead. Oh, my goodness. What a run to start the quarter. We're up 20. They're not going to have enough time to come back here. They're not going to have enough time. I'm checking in with about 90 seconds to go here. We're going to pull this off in year 1 of the Desmond Bane experiment. Franz has 30. Oh, my God. Big game, Franz. Yoke's having a game. He's only missed 1 shot. Oh, my gosh. Giddy's having a game, but Jamal's having an awful game. Aaron Gordon's having a bad game. Let's jump in and finish this off in Denver. We're going to take an NBA title from him. I want a lob play to Nick Claxton right now to bring the house down in Denver.
And wow, that's the end.
Oh my God!
By both these teams in unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA title.
Baptism. Let's get a ball to Desmond Bane here. We're going to try and get Paolo.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Desmond Bane out there with Murray. And it's Claxton.
Can we get a pick for Desmond here? That buzzer beater. Bang, he makes it. 131 to 100. I'll see you guys in just a second here. The Orlando Magic have won the championship. Franz Wagner's your finals MVP. 23, 6, and 4 on 65, 30, 91 splits. Who else was eligible for it? Yoke was a stud, but Paolo was 20 and 6. Aaron Gordon, Jamal, Josh, DeJounte was 16, 5, and 6. 15, 4 from Desmond Bane. 14 from Anthony Black. Okay, we were outplayed on the bench this series. Nick Claxton was a stud in the starting lineup. What an excellent pickup he was. 7 and 8 with a block and a half in the finals. Love to see it. We're going for another year here. We're going to try and put together a two-peat with the Magic. First target is obviously re-sign Paolo. That is the most important thing we have to do. We're also going to trade. Oh my God, all top 5 picks have been traded. At least once. We will try and trade our 2030 pick to the Memphis Grizzlies really, really fast, just to make it legit now that we have control of it. I'll take a decade in the future. There we go. Okay, so now that that is done, Jamal Mosley is remaining the head coach here. We're going to go to the draft. I don't even believe we have any picks. We do. End of the first, beginning of the second round. Who have we got? Who do we have? Jaron Stevenson, Biden Undongo, and then QO's obviously Paolo. Moratorium. He does have offers. We can match whatever. 4 years, 162 from the Lakers. I'll give him the 5 starting at 36. What gets him to 49 or 48 in that last year? There you go. I'll give you what you want. That should get him... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'll match the freaking offer, you jerk. There we go. So we get Paolo, or well, we will get Paolo. There you go. Paolo is back. He's an Orlando Magic for the foreseeable future. Again, you get Paolo back. Now every single guy on this team, aside from DeJounte Murray, is 2+ years on his contract. Except for the back end guys. And these are all second round picks. Like late first and early seconds. TDS was an 18th overall pick. Malachi Moreno's a 4th. Ben Seraph, 26th. Joan Behringer, 25th. Goga, 18th. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 17th. Anthony Black was 6th. He's supposed to be legit. We'll see, though. Clax, second-round pick. DeJounte, 29th. Desmond, 30th. Franz was legit. Paolo was obviously he was a 1-1. We go to player progression now. I'm curious what 95, 92, 85, 85, 85, 82, 80, 79. Oh my God, we're going to have guys who are 80 overall not playing. Goodness gracious. Do we even have extensions we have to go through either? We're not going to load in a draft class because this is the final season. But let's see. Do we have anyone we have to pick up again? Goga? If I could flat rate him at 4.25. Welcome back, dude. Like, no-brainer contract extension. DeJounte is a team option. Like, we are so set up for the future. It is ridiculous. Advance to next season. We'll see what Jamal Mosley wants to run. I'm probably going to run the 11-man again just to maintain the health of these guys. We are a very tall lineup, and with height comes health concerns, that is for sure. Bobo is not going to play, though. It is going to be Joan Behringer. He's going to get... I'm fine giving him like 14 a night. We give both the young guys 15 a night, I think, maybe. Let's go 18 to both them. 24 again. 10 there. 15, 15. Game 1 of the year. We get spanked by the Rockets. Game 2 of the year. We spank the Hornets. Let's see, in the Claxton Bowl. We beat the crap out of the Nets. Beat the Hawks enough. And we lose to the Heat. Okay, 3-2 to start the year. I'm going to stop again at the deadline if need be. Otherwise, we're going to take this core and we're going to run straight back into the NBA playoffs here. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, boys. DeJounte Murray has a pinched nerve in the neck, but that's all right. He can play through it. We have outdone ourselves from last year. By 2 games, 54-28. I'll take that all day. We don't pick up any major awards, would be my guess. The Spurs with Billy Donovan win 63 games, and the Thunder pick up a 61-21 record, land Executive of the Year. Do we get an All-NBA performer this year? We don't. The Thunder get freaking 2. The Suns with Luka. Oh my God, what is happening? The Hornets get 2 with Coop and LaMelo. The Rockets get 2. So you had the Hornets got 2, the Rockets got 2, the Thunder got 2. Goodness gracious. Okay, defensive teams. Do we get... We don't even get freaking... Come on! Nick Claxton averaged 2 blocks. Come on, man. He put up better stocks than Giannis. And he put up better stocks than Walker Kessler. And he put up better stocks than Chet. Oh my goodness. All right, we got stiffed this year. That's fine though. We live with it. I didn't expect to get any records. We are the 2 seed. We jump up a spot in the standings from last year. Let's see, in the NBA standings, we were 54-28, 3 games back from the Cavs, whom we beat last year. 4 games up on the Pacers, forgive me. So you had, this year you had 4 teams make the play-in at a sub-500 record. Out West, you had 0. So this year the West is a lot stronger. They beat the hell out of the Eastern Conference. 3 60-win teams yet again. 56-54. You had 5 50 or more win teams out West and only 3 to the Eastern Conference. We do get the Bucks in round 1, which is Giannis, Dame, and whoever else. Trey Murphy now, Walker Kessler now. This could be a pretty low matchup here. Andre Jackson is definitely the weak link at the 2, but let's see. Game 1 in Orlando. We do lose. By how much? Oh, man. By 14 points. That Giannis kicked the crap out of Paolo. Oh, man. What if we tried this? Paolo at the 5, Clax at the 4. Game 2 in Orlando. We lose again. Giannis beat the hell out of Nick Claxton this time. Did have 3 blocks. He actually had a very good game. Giannis is just Giannis. We head to Milwaukee now. 2-1. 2-2. 3-2. We get it done in 6. Beautiful. Show me the Hornets. They've got Coop, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Bobby Portis, and Mark Williams. It is a much weaker team up front than it is in the backcourt. But for now, I think we're going to subtract probably the Joan Behringer minutes. Ooh. How about Nolan Traore? He's been really good in the playoffs. Goga, he's actually been struggling pretty heavily, so he won't get a minutes increase, but 33 to these guys, 30 to Clax, and then I think 34 to these guys actually, and then 29 here, 30 to Clax. Anthony Black was playing really bad during the regular season, so I dropped his minutes, but now that he's playing better, I actually don't feel terrible about boosting his minutes. Traore, and then we go Black can get 23, and we give that 30th minute to Clax. Anyway, 10-man rotation now, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Let's see how game 1 goes in Orlando. We do win the first and the second. We head to Charlotte now. We drop the 3rd, though. We win the 4th. We head back to Orlando, and we get her done in 5. We get Brooklyn with Jalen Suggs, The Jalen Suggs versus Nick Claxton Revenge Series with Ace Bailey, Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, and Jackson Hayes at the 5. Minnesota and Denver on the other side. Let's see. Game 1, we do lose. Game 2, we do take. Back to Brooklyn now for Game 3 and 4. We win. We win another. We head back to Orlando. And we're back in the NBA Finals to take on Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Paolo is your Finals MVP with 22, 7, and 6. Half a steal, half a block. Pretty good efficiency aside from the 3-ball. It's Rob Dillingham, Ant, Jaden McDaniels, Leonard Miller, Miles Turner, whom they took from the Pacers. Let's see. Anthony Black is dealing with an injury. TDS is dealing with an injury. So let's get those minutes down. Let's get him to the end of the rotation. Let's get Anthony Black down a couple minutes as well. Get Nah up in his place. Let's get big minutes to these guys. Desmond Bane's got his work cut out for him. DeJounte's got his... I think we're going to put Desmond on Rob Dillingham and DeJounte on Anthony Edwards. Let's see how that plays. Still a 10-man rotation. First guy out is probably going to be Goga, if not TDS, depending on how his efficiency looks. So game 1 in, if I'm not mistaken, Minnesota. Let's double check that. I'm pretty sure Minnesota was a 62-win team this year. They were 62-20. You're in Minnesota for game 1. We do take it, though. And Ant has a relatively tough game. We do win it in overtime. We take it by 4. Game 2. We split in Minnesota, but that is massive deal for us. Ant goes under 50% from the field, under 40% from 3. That's a big game from DeJounte Murray, likely. 18, 5, and 3 with 3 steals. Love it. Game 3 in Orlando. Oh, man, a strained MCL from Desmond Bane after a 20-piece. Game 4. Okay, we're tied up 2-2. What is Desmond looking like in the starting rotation? Yikes. Game 5 in Minnesota. We win. We go back to Orlando, up 3-2 in the series. Game 6 in Orlando. Let's see how she rolls here. We take an early lead. Oh my goodness gracious, we blow them out in the second quarter. A quality third quarter wins us an NBA title in back-to-back seasons. And that's exactly what we got. You're going to get another title coming to Orlando. In back-to-back years, we dethroned the 60-win Nuggets and the 62-win Minnesota Timberwolves.
Sometimes, but
Foul
we
him.
should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Paolo Banchero.
Paolo's got 28 and 15. Talk about having the game of your life when it counts. Tyus is going to shoot that. Yep. Oh my God, he got baptized on N1 too. Oh my God. He got dummied in the paint there. Miles just put his balls in his forehead. Made the free throw as well. They're not gonna... They could crack 100 points. How's Franz playing? Oh my goodness. Our ball. Ah, it's because it hit Clax as it fell out of bounds. Damn it. It's actually a good save too. I'm gonna try and fight for a screen and a three-pointer here from Desmond Bane. Oh my God, his shot form is so slow. Franz, bang! 30 points. He knocks it down. Paolo's got 28, and that's going to do it. I will see you guys in just another second here after the two-peat. Alrighty, the Orlando Magic have yet again won the NBA title. Paolo Banchero this year with eerily similar numbers to to Franz last year. 24, 8, and 5.5. 1 steal, 1 block. 47, 39, 91 splits. Let's see who else was eligible for this one. Definitely Antes, of course. 25, 5, and 5 from Franz on pretty elite shooting. Desmond Bane was 15, 14, 5, and 7 from DeJounte. Leonard Miller had himself actually a pretty good series. Nah was 9.5. How was that 3-ball? Oh my God, it was horrible. Jeez. Okay, let's get away from that as quick as possible. So, I know this wasn't the most realistic video in the world. That wasn't the point. The point was to win a title with the Orlando Magic now that they have added a shooter. Who knows? Maybe this is what happens now that they've got Desmond Bane. They go out on a whim and just start throwing picks and players around, start putting together as much money as possible in that Orlando Magic market, that Disney money. But because of this, we go back-to-back with Paolo and Franz, with Desmond Bane as the new supporting piece, put together a pretty damn good roster in Florida for the Orlando Magic, and we win 2 titles in 2 seasons. And because of that, that is going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. PST. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.